Come on out, little fella. We know you're in there and that you're all alone.
It's Santa Claus and his elf.
It's a Christmas morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why? Come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack, an awesome group of folks hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we would like to talk about a new razor we just got from the Razor Emporium.
Y'all, Matt has purchased the name and the CNC machine from Yates, who stopped making these razors last year, and production has picked up again. He has even created the same boxes that you used to get from Yates. But Marcus, why would he simply buy the CNC machine, turn it on, and start manufacturing again exactly the way Yates used to? Well, y'all, when you've got something this incredible, you can't put your foot through a Van Gogh. Why would you try to improve on something that just gave me two of the best BBS shaves I have ever had in my life? The architecture reminds me a little bit of a Henson, but the sides are a little bit more severe and they've got those little ridges on them. A fabulous shave. And let's have a grown-up conversation. I am a little bit scared of stainless steel to this day. I am still an aluminum guy. I'm trying to figure out how the weight works and what a fabulous teacher this is. I even made her use it last night. How did you experience this?
You know, I really do like how prominent this angle is. It really forces you to find it. And the weight of this stainless steel kind of helps you have to keep riding that line. And it is one of those crazy shaves. As soon as you wipe up, you could touch your skin and wouldn't even know that soap had even been on there. Right. It is a clean shave.
And without the soap on it, it doesn't even move on my face. And I think that's actually a good thing. Monica at Vanulay has a barber license, and she'll tell you they will fail you if you do another pass without any soap on the face. And what is our soap today?
Well, Frank Misa of Strike Gold Shave was so sweet and sent us this surprise package with a holiday homage soap to one of our favorite holiday movies. Let's meet him.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at strikegoldshave.com.
Operation Ho Ho Ho, a Home Alone themed holiday release. Get ready to defend your den and your shave den because Operation Ho 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 is launching the first week of December. This limited edition holiday shave soap is another festive collaboration crafted by Monkey Tropical, Sarasota Wet Shaver, and Strike Gold Shave, the same creative team behind beloved seasonal hits like La Befana and Santa's Chestnuts.
There was a soap called Santa's Chestnuts? What were the scent? Never mind. This time, we're paying homage to one of the most heartwarming and hilarious Christmas classics ever, Home Alone. The label features Kevin's iconic battle plan, and the scent is inspired by the ultra-exclusive Ralph Lauren Purple label, bringing a refined, luxurious twist to a holiday shave.
As with all past joint projects, a percentage of every sale will be donated to support meaningful causes this season. Stay sharp, stay festive.
And while Frank did send this set out to us for free to review, it's the holiday season, so we had to retaliate. We sent him back a bag of our favorite Phil's coffee. If you live in California, you know, and if you don't, you should. There's even a little hazelnut in it, filtered soul. It's my favorite.
So we hope you love it, Frank, and we are so grateful. It's time to open this box. What if it's booby trapped?
I'm expecting it to be. There's going to be a paint can that flies out of this and hits me in the nose. No, I think we're safe. It's just popcorn. Buddy, did you send us a splash? Oh, let me see the label. There it is, the battle plan. Y'all, I love it. And no battle plan was ever stuck to more faithfully than this one.
Oh, look at that shiny label.
Beautiful. All right, y'all, it's time to head off to church because you got to take your place in the nativity scene and wait for old man Marley. Let's have our first impression. Oh, and look at that. The little logos for the collaborators.
Hey, there you go.
On the side. That's awesome. I know nothing about Ralph Lauren Purple, but purple is my favorite color, and I know you often get colors in these moldings. I wonder if that's what you're going to get when you take it in. Here we go. Ooh, beautiful pour. Looks like the surface of the moon. All right, the shaken clam. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely. That is a splitting of the difference between everything that happened in the aftershave world before 1970 and everything that came after it. And somehow they are on two separate chess teams and they are battling it out. This is wild. Hold on.
I think I looked up what year this actually originally came out, and it was 2003. Don't know if that helps.
Makes sense. Hindsight is 2020. Okay, the pre-1970 part of this is something herby and grassy, not far from a fougere, but the more modern part is very different. Something leathery, something a bit oudy, something more modern in the way that Tom Ford would do things, and then putting those two together, but with a definite divide down the middle. Like you have to choose which side of the Grand Canyon you're standing on to observe this scent. But that is, I'm thinking, the intention. Yeah, I'm going to put my flag. And there is something a little silvery and ferny at the bottom of this, not far from a classic fougere, but where it builds out from there is crazy. Even hints at the end of like stronger with you leather kind of thing. Ooh, and again, not too sweet, but just as sweet as like your favorite uncle that would always have a stick of gum for you and give you a paperback book every once in a while. Mine would give me tools. Like, hey, here's a screwdriver. Thanks.
So can you even sense the reason they used purple in the name originally?
Well, no, because my nose goes more for like a magic shop of like incense and lavender and oud kind of a thing. When I see purple, this is bringing me into a lovely like tan or a beigey color.
Okay.
And you know, I would probably know that it's in the same family as like polo green or polo black or some of those homages we have experienced from sterling soap that are so beautiful. But this has a little bit more, weirdly, of a modern twist and a little bit more of a vintage twist, where those work more down the middle. These are the outliers put together.
That kind of works with the Home Alone idea. You got Kevin on one side, and then you got the two of them on the other. So maybe that's what's happening.
Right. So let me see if I can break this down a little bit. On the top is a very faint wisp of something citrusy, but it's just to open the door, and it's an introvert. As soon as it unlocks it, it's gone. And then you get this lovely sort of dry leather-ish sense. Not quite suede, but not quite the red leather of the barber chair either. Something down the middle and something not too far away, a few feet maybe. Something Aqua di Gio-ish. Y'all, in the modern side of this, that's how that handles the citrus. Maybe at the bottom of the Grand Canyon is one solitary floral, just so you can leap over it to the other side.
This definitely sounds a lot prettier than I was originally expecting.
Oh, right. 100%. And yet, definitively masculine.
Right.
Y'all, we have 700 soaps. This is probably in the top 20 of masculine scents. But it's lovely and it's kind. If you added something brown sugar and syrupy to this, it would approach what they're doing at Parfums de Marly. But it's more dapper. It's more dry. It's a little bit more of the orange peel than it is the sweet juice on the inside.
Okay.
At the very end, a hint of something almost, in the best of ways, cigarette-ish. That's what's going on in here. So I don't know if that's an oud.
Yeah, but something deep and smoky-ish.
It might be. And then at the bottom, something fun and different, like a mahogany sitting in these woods, or almost like a cypress kind of thing. It's not going oak and boozy, and it's not going too dark. I'm wondering if there's like a patchouli in this. If when I look at the scent notes, which I have not done yet, I'm going to discover that. Hold on. I don't think so. I think where it lands is kind of a sense of like a tweed for me, without being green iris tweed, like something fabric-y. And lovely and laundry musk onto the surface. Okay. And what's funny is what I think is bergamot in here was almost invisible at the beginning, and now it's kind of like leading the band. The more you get to know this, the more the citruses come out. Very nicely done, Frank. I want you to get your nose on that.
I kind of like that this doesn't have a holiday scent associated with it.
Right, because we've got a dozen evergreens. We've got eggnogs all over the place. This is different. You can wear this well into summer, even from here. I'm thinking beautiful.
Okay. All right. I'll be brave and check this one out.
I think the big question is which one of the two sticky bandits this smells like the most. I have my theory, but let's see what you think. Right,
these were the closest dudes I could get. I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, this is inspired. Look at that. Beautiful. This is obviously Joe Pesci.
Clearly.
And this is Daniel Stern, who was also the voice of the narrator on The Wonder Years. All right, take it in. See what you get. Boy, that Wonder Years finale was rough on the heart.
Oh yeah, this is way brighter than I was expecting. Like there is a citrusy kind of brisk cleanness that brings you in, but then it has a gentle sweet side of those fruits coming through to me. And then there's like I don't want to say barbershop, but something like clean happening. I don't know if that's a soapy thing or something, but I'm getting like a bright white, like almost the color of this soap that comes next.
I think I got that kind of as a fougere, like something almost metallic under the surface.
There's nothing in it that's minty or mentholy, but somehow taking my first whiff, it's like a cleaning out of your lungs thing. Like, I don't know if that's the citrusy side or the soapy thing. Something in there super refreshing, and that's what I get when I first take a whiff. But then it has a subtle sweet that jumps in, not gourmandy,
right,
but just something that makes me want to smile. So I don't know if that's the bergamot you were mentioning, something in that lighter, sweeter, gentle side that really comes through that makes you want to give this person a hug somehow.
Or make him grab your doorknob that's lava hot. Gets an M on his palm.
I'm not getting that leathery thing that you were talking about, but I do get like a more masculine thing that's kicking in. But my brain doesn't perceive the leather side. I'm almost getting like a super clean, woodsy kind of thing happening. I think you mentioned mahogany and a little darker stuff. I haven't gotten to the deeper zone, but there's something that's making it more masculine. And I think it's a lighter wood. It's not dark color to me. It's like the color itself seems lighter.
Right.
It's almost could be like a peppery wood or something like that, because I'm getting a spice to it, but it's nothing that's associated with any of the holiday spices, not that kind of a spice. But it does have that clean, almost woodsy thing, and that brisk part is staying with me through my whiff. I feel like my brain, when I smell this, takes me to more springtime, like where it's still a little cool in the morning, but the sun is out, the birds are almost chirping, like there's something that's really refreshing and a different kind of season, which is fun.
Do you get a little bit of Aqua di Gio?
I can see why you're saying that. It doesn't quite go as aquatic, but the sweeter, gentle, masculine side that's in there is coming kind of in that light.
I think that's kind of the modern side of this.
I'm with you.
For me, it goes in that freshy direction, but then it plays it against some of those beautiful darks that they were using in the 60s and 70s, especially at Ralph Lauren.
I can see why you're saying that, but as soon as I go to search for that side, then my brain finds the sweet that's right behind it. So it kind of cancels it out. Like it's part of the whiff, but then it goes into that sweeter, citrusy, natural sweets, not syrupy, but like more of just the natural fruits.
Right. This would kind of be at home in like the Doppelganger Continuum series to give y'all a lane. Beautiful, complex, rich.
Yeah, even some of the polo kind of ones that we got from Sterling, like there is a sweeter side to a bunch of those that I wasn't expecting. And this one is kind of close. So I'm curious where it fits in the lineup, you know?
And not a crazy, bossy scent. Some of the polo stuff can enter the room before you do, but this, I don't think anyone would know I was necessarily wearing anything. I think it would just be like a combination of clean clothes and nice hair stuff and a little bit of skin cream. It's kind of that sense, you know, it's fresh polish on the shoes.
Like if somebody walked in the room wearing this, I would immediately think, wow, that person smells good. I think that's the first word that would come to mind.
Did you ever see The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox when all the executives are on the top floor of a Manhattan high-rise looking out and all the suits are freshly pressed and the ties are silk? That's where this takes me.
There is kind of a freedom to this scent. Like if I'm kind of just throwing it into the movie, like once Kevin's excited that he's by himself and he is eating only dessert 24/7, he is living the high life. There is something fun in this scent that I could kind of associate with that phase of the movie.
And we also might happen to know a little secret about Home Alone as to why Kevin really remained home by himself. And we'll tell you about that when we look at the scent notes in Bill Jill Lab. So you might remember in Home Alone 2 that Kevin's mother finds his boarding pass in the van and says, "Kevin!" And he's right there. And he says, "Here I am. Here, give me my boarding pass." Yeah. How come he wasn't caught that way in the first movie? Well, eagle-eyed viewers will notice that when they spilled the milk all over the boarding passes and they threw away the paper towels, Kevin's boarding pass was in with the paper towels that got thrown away. And his real-life brother also plays Fuller in that movie, which is funny. All right, y'all, from the sales page at strikegoldshave.com, we start with top notes of...
Oh, blackberry. See, it was subtly sweet, but not in your face sweet. And blackberry makes sense.
It's hard to get blackberry by me. I'm not really sensing anything balsamic in there in this way, but I am getting the next two. Green coriander, beautiful warm spice, and mandarin orange. That's the citrus. I was thinking it's a little bit sweeter than the bergamot.
Right. But now I understand why it's called purple. If blackberry is in there, that makes a lot more sense to me because I was
Right.
trying to dig, like, where is that name coming from? And that makes more sense.
And I'm still kind of digging for that little white floral I find in the middle of this. Not a lily of the valley, something deeper, something more syrupy, but might be the tobacco flower in the middle notes. Prominent, soft.
But still masculine.
Yeah, indeed. Right. Thyme and sage.
Oh.
Now we just need rosemary.
But that's the cleanliness that I was getting. I knew it wasn't soapy necessarily or completely barbershoppy, but these make a lot more sense because they're used sometimes in barbershops.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Oh! And then I am taking full credit for this. I found mahogany at the bottom of this. Now, we do have burgundy from Sterling Soap, so I do know my mahoganies. It's beautiful, woody, but almost so clean that it becomes soapy under the surface.
Nailed it.
And then a couple of little fougere things going on. Oak moss.
You didn't get quite patchouli, but that makes sense that was kind of in that layer a little bit.
Oak moss and musk. And a beautiful white clean laundry musk up against what I sensed from the beginning. Kind of what met me at the door after the citrus went hello and disappeared. Suede. Beautiful, soft gray leather.
But new, it's a different side of the leather. It's that warm, gentle side.
And y'all, this is my new Peregrino brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. The handle is even bigger than the atomic rocket, if you can believe it. And this is my Captain's Choice Copper Bowl. It is in the polished colorway. And y'all, they should be charging double for these bowls. Go check them out. This is an absolute lather champion. I think it has something to do with the rough texture of the copper, but boy, these never let me down lather-wise. Drip, drip, drop, little April shower. All right, y'all. Now, I'm going to take a dry brush to this soap, but I'm going to use some of that water that I've already sprayed on the surface to give the bristles a little bit of moisture. But my first goal is just to move the soap up onto those bristles. I don't want to build a lather yet. I want to be in control of the size of these bubbles. Now, as the soap starts to transfer up onto the brush, I'm going to turn the bristles so they have a new orientation to grab at that soap with. And just about the time all of the soap has been transferred up onto the bristles, I'm going to start a little bit at a time, bringing some of that water into play so that I first build a paste, and then I build out into a lather.
What's the song that he plays when he has his fake Christmas party? I feel like you should be playing that while you're building the ladder.
Brenda Lee rocking around the Christmas tree. What a fabulous scene that is. The drunk lady on the turntable that's a mannequin, but she reminds me of my cousin Sheila. You know, Sheila lives in Texas, Barry. I'm just saying.
Look at that lather.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
Gorgeous. This is like Home Alone because this is like the snow outside.
Right.
And the picture of Buzz's girlfriend was the son of the sound designer. They didn't want to actually have a girl in that picture and have her be branded her whole life as the ugly girl from Home Alone.
Yeah.
But the boy was like, I'll do it. The entirety of Home Alone was a set built inside of an old abandoned high school. They even shot part of it inside the empty swimming pool where they built part of the set. That was the basement.
Well, it works because then they could still walk downstairs to get those shots.
Right. All right, y'all. This is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Daniel Stern or Joe Pesci whiff. On 3. 1, 2. Okay. I know who this smells like. Okay, I got it. Who do you think this is? Which one of them?
I'm going Daniel Stern on this one.
Ah, there you go.
He's just too friendly. Like, he's the one that's like, do-do-do, kind of about thing. No care in the world.
But I think so, too. Marv.
There you
That
go,
was his
Marv.
name. Marv. God bless Marv. Oh, and when the van almost hit him in the face, they just shot that backwards. They put the van in reverse and just hit the gas really fast. Boy, you better make sure it's in reverse. And y'all, we love watching Lather Bound, Michael's new channel, but we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. We realize you might like to see what it looks like when this lather coats and covers our face. Oh, y'all.
That brush has some good splay on it.
I love this brush, the splay machine. This is throwing me back somehow to like Doppelganger Continuum 3 and 4 kind of put together too, if y'all need a lane. Beautiful.
I see more of like that fougere-ish kind of thing you're getting here, but then it jumps into all of those other things, like the spices that are coming through. It's very enjoyable. If you hadn't noticed how much we are whiffing this.
But it's a fougere at its heart, and I think that's brilliant because it smells like the Sticky Bandits when they got up that morning.
I like that there's nothing that's too pokey or overwhelming in this. It's blended super well. Right. So I feel like if you were to wear this fragrance all day, there's nothing in it that you get tired of.
Although I guess in that movie they were called the Wet Bandits.
There you go.
Because they left the water running and it flooded the basement, so we better take this a little deeper.
try and dive in looking for the blackberry. I think.
Ah, right. Let's see if that's a little bit more in the splash than in the soap. All right, here we go. Chin chin. Ooh.
Oh.
Something more vetiver-ish.
Okay.
Almost for me, but I'm not really finding the blackberry yet.
That's funny. I got way more of the spices, the sage thyme, into the musky and suede business here. But the sweetness stays throughout the whiff. I don't know if that's the tobacco flower or the fruity things, but like by the time I get to the end of the whiff, it hasn't gotten dark. The sweetness has stayed around the outside.
Right.
It's super refreshing. Like, I feel like I can't not smile at the end of the whiff.
And I love that for me, it's kind of where suede meets citrus.
Yeah.
Like, that's the notes this is playing on.
Like, this could have come out this year. There's something very current about it, even though I know it said 2003. Like, I really feel like it still has something that's valid today. I kind of get more of that orange peel-iness, something in there. Maybe that's where it's meeting with the other spices.
And the tobacco flower is sitting kind of beautifully in the middle to bridge the gap between the pre-1970s part of this and the post-1970s part of this for me.
As this is drying down, I'm going to say I would wear this. At first, I got more of the masculine stuff you were talking about. But as this is drying down, I think because it does have a little bit of that floral and fruity side at the beginning, and it doesn't get too dark. Like, the darkest thing in here is the mahogany and the suede, and I'm really kind of feeling it. Yeah, I think, at least smell it on me. I wonder if it's more the florals and stuff here, but it feels like it's got to have a little more side I would definitely lean into.
Right. Well, the soap always pulls on certain scent notes and dulls them a bit. So the splashes are generally going to have more of what your perfumer intended.
Thank you for including that, Frank, by the way. Super sweet. I really want to spend time on this label trying to follow the battle plan here, because this is quite a thing.
I think this is the actual one from the movie. So you can kind of see in the movie in a couple of places Daniel Stern wearing giant rubber feet over his real feet, especially in the snow, because he was out there for hours. You can't make that poor guy walk around in the actual snow. And when the spider was on Daniel Stern's face and he screamed, they didn't want to scare the spider, so he had to do it silently.
It's the first one we started the season with this year. We watched 1 and 2 directly together.
That's true. Back to back. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be AJ, and you're going to have a good friend. Snakes. Snakes is going to tell you that you can go get the money. 10%. All of it. It'll just be waiting for you. But by the time you get there, you filthy animal, you're going to get your own. So head over to Strike Gold Shave to find this and a bunch of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Operation Ho Ho Ho, a scent that's kind of the best of both worlds. A beautiful, more modern Acqua di Gio kind of a scent on one side, and some of those fabulous fougères from the 60s and 70s on the other, with a beautiful, creamy lather that is comfortable and protective and a great post-shave feel. Ho Ho Ho, indeed. Thank you, Frank. We'll be back for more.
Welcome to our December messages.
So y'all, for the occasion of my 50th birthday, Sarah bought me a custom Grizzly Bay brush, and they sent a second one with the exact same knot and a brand new Barbershop color scheme to give away to one of you for Christmas. And all you have to do to be eligible for this drawing is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first January episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
So, you know, of all of the scents we've got, Hogs does some beautiful things in this lane. Sterling does too. This is definitely a scent for the office. This is definitely a scent for the boardroom. But here's the thing. This is not the big cranky boss from the beginning of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is more of your Steve Martin. This is more of kind of that Michael J. Fox secret of my success executive with a little bit of a sweetness to it and a secret of mahogany under the surface.
Yeah, I gotta say, on a crowd-pleasing scale, this is way more towards the pleasing side for me than I was expecting. Just assuming, coming from the frag world, that it might have a specific lane. No. There's something I feel like this in it for everyone.
We plan on uploading this video tonight, and it is available today from the Strike Gold Shave page. So Frank, Monkey Tropical, and Sarasota Wet Shaver, thank you for creating this beautiful scent, sending us this set for free to review, and donating a percentage of your sales to some worthy causes this holiday season. Y'all, that's a trifecta we can get behind.
That is what this season is all about. Don't forget your next appointment, the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.